Most people don't fail because they never start. They fail because they start and then slowly slide back into who they used to be. The gym gets abandoned, the routine fades, the motivation disappears, and suddenly you're right back where you began, living a familiar life and asking a painful question. Why does change never last for me? Here's the truth nobody likes to hear. Transformation doesn't fail because life gets busy. Life has always been busy. It fails because your identity never changed. People love to blame schedules, stress, or lack of time. But the truth is, millions of people stay consistent through chaos. The difference isn't their circumstances, it's who they believe they are. You can wake up early, you can journal, you can work out consistently for 30 days straight. But if deep down you still see yourself as someone who always falls off, your old habits will always find a way back in. Not because you lack discipline, but because the brain is wired to protect familiar identity more than unfamiliar progress. Your mind would rather keep you predictable than improved. Most people try to change behavior without changing self-image. And behavior without identity is temporary. At first, discipline feels exciting. You feel proud, motivated, different. You tell yourself, this time is different. You start stacking wins. You feel in control. You even imagine a future version of yourself that finally has things together. Then life pushes back, and it always does. Stress shows up without warning. Sleep gets disrupted, work piles up, emotions flare, a relationship issue hits, energy drops, you miss one habit, just one. And instantly your mind whispers, see? This isn't really you. That thought doesn't sound loud or dramatic. It sounds logical, familiar, comfortable. And that's exactly why it's dangerous. That moment is where most people quit. Not because they're weak, but because they were never taught how consistency actually works. Consistency isn't about perfection. It's not about never missing a day. It's about returning quickly without self-punishment. High performers don't avoid mistakes. They recover faster from them. Missing one day doesn't ruin progress. Missing one day and turning it into shame does. Shame tells you the problem is who you are. And once identity becomes the problem, effort feels pointless. Shame creates distance. Distance breaks momentum. And momentum, once broken, is hard to rebuild unless you understand what actually went wrong. Your mind is always searching for evidence to confirm who you believe you are. If you believe you're inconsistent, every slip becomes proof. Every mistake turns into a story about why you can't be trusted. But if you believe you're disciplined, mistakes become information feedback that helps you adjust instead of quit. That's the shift most people never make. Instead of asking, did I mess up? Ask, what would the disciplined version of me do next? Not tomorrow, not Monday, not when motivation magically returns. Next, because identity isn't built in moments of planning. It's built in moments of response. It's built when no one is watching, when excuses are available, when quitting would be easy. Real growth is boring, it's quiet, it's repetitive, and it doesn't feel heroic. There's no soundtrack, no applause, no instant reward. It's choosing to return again and again when nobody is watching. It's keeping small promises to yourself until trust slowly rebuilds. And once that trust is restored, discipline stops feeling forced. Because you're no longer trying to be disciplined, you're acting in alignment with who you believe you are. Most people don't need a new routine. They need a new relationship with failure. Failure isn't a signal to stop. It's part of the contract you accept when you choose to grow. Progress includes slipping. It includes rest. It includes recalibration. It includes bad days, low energy, and imperfect weeks. But it never includes quitting. The moment you accept that forward motion doesn't require emotional certainty, everything changes. You stop chasing motivation. You stop negotiating with excuses. You stop waiting to feel ready. You start operating from standards. And standards don't depend on mood, confidence, or energy levels. They depend on identity. Your future isn't built by intensity. It's built by identity-aligned repetition, showing up as the person you're becoming even on the days it feels inconvenient boring, or invisible. So here's the real question. Who are you becoming on the days you don't feel like it? Who shows up when no one is watching, when progress feels slow, and when nothing feels rewarding? Because once your identity locks in, your habits stop being a struggle and start becoming automatic. And if you're wondering where to start rebuilding that identity in a practical, realistic way, I walk through that step by step in my previous video, the one where I break down the morning routine that helped me escape burnout and regain clarity. That video isn't about perfection. It isn't about extreme schedules or becoming a different person overnight. It's about designing mornings that support the person you're becoming instead of draining you before the day even begins. So if this message resonated with you, go watch that next. It will give you a grounded starting point to actually apply what we talked about here without overwhelm, pressure, or hype.